A man of structure does not move quickly, nor does he hesitate. He's not trapped in the performance of momentum, nor is he seduced by the illusion of stillness. He moves with rhythm, not as choreography, not as metaphor, but as truth. An unseen pulse governs him, and everything in his field begins to align. The incoherent man confuses movement with progress. He sprints toward validation. He stalls in uncertainty. He drifts, jumps, collapses, and retreats. He's out of rhythm, not just with the world, but with himself. He chases timing like a man chasing a train that was never meant to carry him. Every decision becomes reactive, every outcome out of sync, and he wonders why he feels dissonant. But the coherent man, he doesn't chase, he aligns. He listens to a deeper tempo, the one that doesn't come from clocks or deadlines or quarterly goals. It comes from signal. It tells him when to speak, when to act, when to walk away, when to wait. It's the pulse beneath the architecture, the heartbeat of the structure, the frequency behind the form. And once attuned, his entire life becomes a symphony of alignment. This is not about slowness. It's not about laziness. This is not about waiting for some mystical moment of perfection. This is about rhythm intelligence, the capacity to feel when your signal is rising, when your structure is stabilizing, and when the field is opening. Most men override this. They force, they push, they rush, they burn, and then they collapse and call it burnout. But it was never too much work. It was work done out of rhythm. There's an art to rest, and the coherent man knows it. He doesn't need to earn it. He doesn't need to fear it, nor does he. He doesn't frame it as failure. He knows that strategic stillness is often the most precise move on the board, because rhythm is not just movement, it is contrast. It's the pause between beats that gives the music its shape. There's a reason the most dangerous men are often the quietest in the room. They're not out of sync. They're holding rhythm. They don't waste signal on noise. They do not burn energy to be seen. They wait for the next beat. And when it arrives, they strike with timing so clean, it feels inevitable. In a world obsessed with productivity hacks, biohacking, optimization rituals, and endless output, the man of rhythm is almost invisible because he doesn't force his presence anymore. He doesn't rush to declare his motivations or reasons, and he doesn't announce his moves. He tunes to the field very carefully and then moves when the time is right, when the signal makes itself obvious. And because of this, he never has to clean up the mess of premature action. There's a reason nature doesn't rush, and yet everything gets done. The tide doesn't sprint, the sun doesn't panic, the seasons don't hustle. There's rhythm, there's timing, there is precision, a precision that transcends pressure. And the man who begins to remember this will find that much of what he was forcing was never truly his to carry. But this rhythm is not just about projects or productivity. It governs his speech, his rest, his lovemaking, his fatherhood, his internal movement. He does not speak when agitated. He speaks when clear. He does not rest as escape. He rests to recalibrate. He doesn't initiate out of loneliness. He initiates when the field opens cleanly. He does not mentor to be admired. He mentors when the timing transmits coherence, because everything he does is governed by rhythm. So what does this mean in practical form? It means there are times to press and times to pause. There are seasons for output and seasons for anchoring. There are days where 10 words spoken are worth more than 1,000, and days where silence does the real teaching. It means no longer using external metrics to measure internal rhythm, and it means no longer collapsing just because others don't feel your timing. The coherent man does not owe urgency to the world. His rhythm is his loyalty, and anything that tries to disrupt that rhythm is distortion. That includes false responsibility. It includes manufactured obligation. It includes guilt, shame, and FOMO. That includes every voice that says, if you don't move now, you'll miss your moment. Because he knows there is no moment that is his that will not rise in perfect rhythm. And when the timing does arrive, he moves. Not cautiously, not nervously, not in permission seeking, but in full coherence, because when the field opens, he is ready, because he's been holding rhythm the entire time. There is a rhythm that holds you. It lives beneath your thoughts. It exists beneath your goals and beneath your fears. It waits for you to feel it. And when you do, you'll never move the same way again. This is The Architect Speaks.